Hello there, this is Sword with Audiosmith. Throughout the last week, I have had the privilege of borrowing the Venture Electronics Sun Copper. Thank you to Carbon for letting me borrow it for a few extra days to make this video possible. And as always, please remember that personal preferences in audio gear will vary and that this review is based on my own subjective experience. If you'd rather read a written review, you can find mine at audionotions.com. I will also include a direct link in the description down below. Now let's dive into the pros and cons of the Venture Electronics Sun Copper. To start with some pros for the Sun Copper, I find that it has amazing note weight. It has top-of-the-line layering and separation. It has fantastic bass texture. Solo instrumentals evoke deep emotions. It has an impressively large soundstage, and I don't find it sibilant or fatiguing at all. It's quite warm. As for the cons, it's not an all-rounder. I find it much too warm for some genres, and I find the bass can distort at times. What I think is going to be the deciding factor for a lot of people with this is if you like that analog, fuzzy, and warm tuning. Now, onto the build, fit, and accessories of the Venture Electronics Sun Copper. Priced at $598, the Sun Copper boasts a solid build quality and feels quite premium for a flathead. The cable is relatively heavy, as are the bell shells, which may cause them to fall out of your ears depending on your fit. While it comes with over-ear hooks, a shirt clip or silicone wings would be welcome additions to provide more fitting options. Additionally, you receive a quality metal tin for storage, along with a couple packs of foams. What's more, the purchase does include the Venture Electronics Megatron DAC amp, which is pretty cool. It's only $50, but a welcome inclusion for sure. Unfortunately, I couldn't inspect or try any of the accessories because I was just passing the Sun Copper back to its owner after the week and he didn't send it with everything. But for me, they fit quite well without any extras. But due to their large and heavy nature, I'm sure some people might require additional help achieving that secure fit. Regrettably, I can't recommend trying a budget version of this shell since it's a different shape than what most shells will be. Now let's talk about the sound quality of the Venture Electronics Sun Copper. As far as I can tell, the Sun Copper uses some custom driver designed by Venture Electronics. There's limited information available about the specs on their website or AliExpress store, so I can't provide detailed specifications. However, I can share my listening experiences. The Sun Copper excels in genres like orchestra, jazz, and some EDM, and solo instrumentals like piano and violin, delivering some of the most enjoyable performances I've heard in those areas. However, it's a different story when it comes to other parts of my music library. The warmth of Sun Copper can be overpowering at times for modern metal and busier rock tracks, leading to a distorted bass and throwing the timbre off. It presents itself in a very warm, neutral way, but it has more of an analog style resolution that has that bit of fuzziness. The Sun Copper shines with sub and mid bass, offering impressive note weight and punch, particularly for solo instrumentals, orchestral music, EDM, and jazz. However, when I ventured into more modern rock and metal, I often found the warmth and bass to be overwhelming and distorting. This isn't an issue due to bass bleed or congestion, as the instruments remain well separated. It's just the tuning and the style of Sun Copper. The mids of the Sun Copper are generally warm and provide a very rich experience in the genres it excels at. Instruments exhibit excellent timbre, remarkable detail, and a lifelike warmth and naturalness to them. Vocal performances shine, offering actually quite good timbre. In fact, it possibly features the best male baritone vocals that I've heard to date. However, in modern metal and rock, I found vocals to be somewhat veiled and recessed, overshadowed by the warmth of the instruments. The treble is good, but again, not really to my preference. It seems to have a bit of roll-off on the upper end, limiting its extension, and I generally prefer a brighter treble overall, but there's still a significant amount of warmth here. As for the technical aspects of the Sun Copper, it truly excels in its technical performance. It offers top-tier layering and separation, some of the best imaging I have heard, and an impressive 3D soundstage that almost reaches the lingering ghost notes of the original TGX or Ceratus. It's dynamic and detailed, and it does have flaws with its resolution due to that analog fuzz, which can occasionally cause distortion and affect the timbre. Suncopper boasts incredible technical capabilities and a warm sound signature. When I ventured into the world of FPS gaming, particularly in titles like Escape from Tarkov, I had high hopes. The combination of its expansive soundstage, impeccable imaging, and the warmer sound profile had the potential to elevate my gaming experience, especially when it came to pinpointing audio cues like footsteps. But that's honestly where I found Suncopper to fall quite short. Upon actual testing, I found myself very let down. The warmth that defines those sound signatures began to pose challenges. It made it quite challenging to hear those critical in-game sounds that usually stand out with the other audio gear. Additionally, the analog fuzziness seemed to dull those sounds, making them less sharp and muddled compared to other options. Sure, during calmer moments when the distant gunfire echoed in the background, the Suncopper did create a sense of grandeur and immersion. But when the action got intense or up close, I couldn't help but feel disappointed. Personally, I wouldn't recommend Suncopper for highly competitive FPS games where every sound matters. Now on the flip side, when it comes to immersive gaming experiences, the Suncopper truly shines. Elden Ring provided a remarkably rich experience with Suncopper. This flathead demonstrated great ability to create very immersive situations, especially when things weren't too chaotic or there was too much going on. When engaging in melee combat, every strike had pronounced weight, and getting hit felt genuinely impactful. Whether I was exploring the game world, having epic boss battles, or simply enjoying the music, the warm tuning and exceptional technical abilities of Suncopper translated beautifully into a more immersive gaming experience. If I were the owner of the Suncopper, I could easily see myself reaching for it when playing titles like Elden Ring or similar, where richness and immersion are paramount. The Venture Electronics Suncopper may not be the go-to choice for highly competitive FPS gaming due to its warm sound signature and the challenges it presents with audio cues. However, when it comes to immersive gaming experiences, I find it excels. Games like Elden Ring truly come to life with Suncopper, making it an excellent choice for those seeking a rich and immersive gaming adventure. In conclusion, the Venture Electronics Suncopper is undoubtedly an impressive flathead. However, it's essential to note that it may not align with everyone's preferences. The warmth of its sound signature and the fit might pose challenges for some users, leaving me to default to the TGX or Desolation sound as my recommended choice at this price range. Nonetheless, if you are in the market for a flathead around this price and prefer a warmer or analog style with top-tier technical capabilities, the Suncopper definitely gets my recommendation. If you are interested and would like to purchase the Suncopper, you can visit the VE Clan website or check them out on AliExpress. Peace.